happy to be here with you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited at the opportunity to be given to stand in front of some dynamic gladiators. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, 10 days ago, I was in Turks and Caicos working with some women. I left there and went to Jamaica. I left there and came home to San Diego. Next week, I'll be in Tecate, Mexico. And by the end of the month, I'll be in London, then Switzerland, then South Africa. So when I say, I just stopped by, I mean I just stopped by. I stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to ignite your fire. I stopped by to remind some of you of what you've always known, but on some days it seems like it's questionable. I want to first give honor to Deanne for choosing me to stand in front of you. Sis, I'm so excited that we are officially connected, and she and I are already talking about what we're going to do next, because that's what gladiators do. So get ready for an amazing, it'll come, we're talking about the dates, but an amazing, retreat or something. I'm just thinking. You know, when I look at this journey, and when Deanne and I spoke and we talked about all the things that you guys are up to, I thought, wow, that's my journey. I look at that video and I'm blown away at times. I'm still so humbled to go, wow, that is actually my life. Because it looked nothing like that 20 years ago. It looked nothing like that 12 years ago. I've always known myself to be something, but I didn't quite and couldn't quite figure out what. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You're like, I know it's something in there. I can feel it. But some days it just feels like it's all clogged up and I can't quite get it out. And so I've spent many years knowing I had something, but trying to touch it and not wanting to leave this place until I've seen it. And not necessarily needing to be anything for anyone else. I first needed to see it for me. And so I just stopped by to stir the souls of some sister friends and some brother friends who want to do the same. Is that all right? Is that all right? Now, let me just kind of set the tone. First of all, can you raise all the house lights up? Because I want to see all the way back in that corner. And I want to see all the way back in that corner. I want to see all the way over there for this next piece. So when I'm in church and I say something they like, they say amen, but we're not in church. And when I'm with my girls only and I say something they like, they say, you go, girl. But to the fellas, I won't do that to you. So when I say something that feels good to you, it feels good to your soul, I want you to say yes, yes, but I want the second yes to be louder than the first yes. That second yes has to make you sit up a little bit. It has to be that yes you didn't quite expect to give. Okay, practice it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes. And that's all right. It's just all right though. I want that second yes to be that kind of yes that it's saying yes to you and your soul. I want that second yes to be that yes that kind of startles you that it came out that strong. I want that second yes to be the kind of yes that you didn't even wake up this morning knowing that you would give. I want it to be that kind of yes. Can you do that? 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes. There we go. Every time you hear something that feels good to your soul, I want you to hear yourself say, every time I do the thing, I want you to hear yourself say, yes, yes. I want you to hear yourself say, yes, yes. I want you to surprise yourself with how loud you can say the second yes every time you say, yes, yes. I want you to say it to yourself like you've been waiting to say it to yourself. Say, yes, yes. Even without your neighbor participating. She or he could still be analyzing the possibilities. I still want you to say, yes, yes. Because you woke up this morning to say to yourself, yes, yes. You've been waiting to the next level to say to yourself, yes, yes. You've been waiting probably way too long to say, yes, yes. To everyone else you've been able to say it, and now it's time to say it to yourself. Yes, To say it to yourself. To say it to yourself. Even without me putting my hands out in front of me, you're going to say. You're going to say. And you don't even have to wait for me to do the little indicator thing. Just when it feels good to your soul, still say. And even when I'm off the stage and someone else is saying something that feels good to your soul, say. When you walk out that door and you're in the hallways and it feels good, say. When you leave this conference and you go home and it feels good, say. Say. When your girlfriend asks you out to lunch, say. When your children say, can I dream big, you say. Now they'll all think you're strange. Because when you came to the conference, you were only saying yes one time. And all of a sudden you came home and you're saying yes twice. But we all know that when you want to get something new, you do what? You do something new. And we think something new is something big and ginormous, and sometimes new is just one extra yes. One extra yes with a little extra juice on it. And so I just stopped by. I stopped by to ask you, are you willing? Are you willing to play bigger than you've ever played before? That was a pop quiz. That was good. You all passed. I stopped by to ask you, are you willing to blow your own mind with the man, the woman that you're becoming? See, I had no idea this was the woman that I could be. I had no idea that this woman was in me. I was a student in school that absolutely struggled doing my very best. Yes, yes? Anybody know about that? That this is my best and it still doesn't seem like it's good enough. Yes, yes? I was that kid, and I know some of you might be out. My highest grade in school was a C+. And if you tell this story somewhere, please put my plus on it. Yes, yes? How many C students out there? Raise your hand. You know the plus matters, right? The plus matters. So you A students, you don't know what we're talking about. Don't worry about it. My highest grade in school was a C+. And I struggled all through school. I look at my life now and I go, wow, when I look at my bio or people saying things about me like she has 7 bestsellers, every time I hear that I have 7 bestsellers, I'm wild because I'm also the same person who got a fail the last time I took English. And my English teacher said, Miss Nichols, you have to be the weakest writer I've ever met in my entire life. I thought, does that come with a trophy? I'm just wondering. That same year, I took a speech class, and my speech teacher gave me a D-. And he said, Lisa, I recommend you get a desk job and never speak in public. Don't worry, the story ends up good. Sometimes the best ingredients in your souffle called life is a little tangy and a little tart and came wrapped in sandpaper. It's all right. Sometimes your best motivation is the I'll show you motivation or I'll show me motivation. Yes, yes? And some of you are in that season where you're ready to show you. You're ready to see what does your best version of you look like. You don't want to get off this planet without touching the best version of you. Yes, yes? You want to show, you're not trying to prove to anyone else. You just want to prove it to yourself. You know it's in you that I don't want to die with this in me. I want to give it to the world. Yes, yes? So I just stopped by. I just stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to continue to ignite that fire in you that says I'm on the right track. I'm sitting in the right room. I'm sitting next to the right people. I'm doing the right thing. I may not always have the outcome I want, but I'm on the right zip code. Yes, yes? I stopped by to affirm and confirm who you are and, more importantly, who you're becoming. See, I love it. I found myself wondering. I didn't have a big room like this. Mine came in the living room in Inglewood, California. I remember the day my son Jelani was 8 months old. He's 25 this year. He was 8 months old and we ran out of Pampers. Some of you have heard this story before. And I thought, oh, no biggie. I'll go to the cupboard and get him some more Pampers. Except for the cupboard was bare. again. I went, oh, no problem. I'll go to the ATM and I'll get some money out and I'll get him Pampers, except for the ATM was bare as well. In order to get $20 out, you have to what? Have $20 in. Why is that? I'm good for it. $11.42. Insufficient funds. Again. You're here to change the trajectory of your life. That's why you're here. That day in Inglewood, California, on the corner of Arbavita, at the ATM, I saw $11.42, and I had felt like I hit my version of rock bottom. I went home, and I had to wrap Jelani in a towel for 2 days. And all you want as a mama is to take care of your baby. That's all you want. He doesn't have to have new clothes, but just clean clothes. Yes, yes? He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to ride new toys, but just have fun. He doesn't have to eat all the name brand food, but just eat some good food. And here I was as a mom, and I couldn't wrap my son in Pampers. I had to wrap my son in a towel. God bless you. And I remember on the second day, I had my hand on the top of Jelani's stomach, and I knew he couldn't understand me, but I needed to say it anyway. Jelani, Mommy will never be this broke again. Yes, yes. I made a decision. And I knew that when I say never this broke again, I meant never this broke again or never this broken again. Yes, yes? Because I knew if I was going to transform my bank account, I needed to transform my mental zip code. I knew if I was going to transform my physical zip code, I needed to transform my emotional zip code. So I just stopped by. To ask who's open to transforming your mind, who's open to transforming your emotions, who's open to transforming your life, who's open so that everything, say everything, that when you transform your mind and when you transform your emotions, everything around you must transform with it. Every single thing. I didn't do anything different other than pour into my mind. Come to things like this. Take radical action. I got knocked down so many times, but here's what I know about me. I can't prevent getting knocked down, but I can bank on the fact that I'm always going to get back up. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. I came here to find that woman, that man who you are in your bounce back, you are in your lunge forward, and you've moved every other option off the table. And now you live in your no matter what. Now you live in your non-negotiable. Now you live in a sense of certainty, or you're moving to a sense of certainty that I know, like I know, like I know, like I know. And when you move with that unwavering faith, all of a sudden, the mountain in front of you doesn't seem so big. As a matter of fact, the mountain in front of you says, ooh, she's serious. And then the mountain just begins to go like this, right? Come on, y'all. And somebody came to make the mountain bow down. And I just came for you. I came to encourage you, sis. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here a while. That sometimes it's not about how long you can stand up, but it's how strong can you be when you're getting back up. So I came to invite you to rise. And sometimes you don't rise fast. You got to rise at the pace that's for you. And when you're rising at the pace for you, it requires you not to look left and not to look right. Don't compare yourself. Benjamin Franklin says that comparison is and will always be the thief of all your joy. Yes, yes? Like, can you turn the house lights up? I like the way they look. Just keep them there. Just keep them up. Keep them up for me, please. I love the way you look. I love watching souls. I love watching energy transform because you can do some things that will blow your mind when you decide and when you no longer worry, what will people think about me? Right? My grandmother says, baby, other people's perception of you ain't none of your business. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? So if you define who you are, what you stand for, and then you live non-negotiable, oh my God, take a picture of your life today because it will be barely recognizable in the next 24 months, in the next 36 months. Don't be in a rush to do it because when you're creating forever change, say forever change. Say forever change. When you're creating forever change, you want to build it on cement, not sinking sand. Hello? Hello, somebody? So you got to put the time in. You got to let your face be seen. You can't want to shine and not be seen. Hello, somebody? Hello, somebody? Some of y'all want to build these amazing businesses, but you don't want to get out and actually meet people. Come on, y'all. Tell on yourself. Yes, yes? Tell on yourself. And so when you give yourself permission, say permission. When you give yourself permission to be seen, and you recognize that she is a beautiful scene, he is a beautiful scene. When you give yourself permission to show up whole and complete with all of your beautiful imperfections, that you are perfect for such a time as this. I look at my life and I go, gosh, when I went on the Oprah show in 2007, and I was walking out on stage and I saw Oprah stand up and go, oh, the experts are here. I went, who the expert? Because I didn't know if expert meant that I had to be perfect. And by all means, the last thing you will ever get from me is perfection, but what you will always get is a woman who's learned how to perfectly manage her imperfection. Yes, yes? So when you stand and you move to another level of non-negotiable, and you continue to say, turn the house lights up, I'm gonna go over here and I'm chocolate, so if the house lights go down, I disappear. Turn all the lights up. If you're willing to say, I'm willing to be bold, I'm willing to be non-negotiable. I told y'all, I know me. I just stopped by to ask, are you willing? Are you willing to get up close and personal with all of you? Are you willing? Some people are not trying to outrun their fears. They're trying to dodge their greatness. Like, are you willing to be seen at a whole nother level? Are you willing to play full out at the risk of blowing your own mind? Are you willing? Can you still see me? Okay, hold on. If I ever go away, let me know. I'll walk toward the light. I've been doing this a while. There you go. Oh, they probably thought I was going to stay on stage. Amen. Like, are you willing? I came here for you to find your yes. I came for you to find your next level of yes. Because nowhere in my life did I even know that this was coming. Nowhere did I know that I would coach Steve Harvey and have lunch with queens and dinner with kings. Nowhere. I had to keep saying yes to the woman that was being born. Are you willing to keep saying yes at the risk of having to change it all, at the risk of nothing being the same? Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing to allow anything that would formerly stand in your way, that whole this is who I am, dare not be that person again. So 08. If this is who you are, you've already done that. Let's try something else. If this is who you are, well, I've been this way for a long time. Good, why don't you try on somebody else now? Like, all I kept doing is saying, who can I become versus who have I been? The quality of your answer lives in the quality of your questions. Can you still see me? Okay, good. Yes, yes? And so I stopped by. I stopped by to disrupt your soul. I stopped by to touch your energy. I stopped by to turn something on that can never be turned off. I stopped by to ask you, are you willing?
Yes, yes.
Right. Like, and
She said
yeah. And being willing to completely reinvent yourself, to do something that might make you scared, to approach someone that might not be the norm. You want a picture? Hold on.
No,
Want a picture?
look at the shirt.
Right. Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing to be radical? Are you willing to be unapologetic? Are you willing to be non-negotiable? Are you willing to make your own path where no path exists? Like you are a much better original than you've ever been a carbon copy. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? I came for you. I came for your breakthrough. I came because mediocrity and average and normal is crowded. There's no more room. But if you ever want to know about excellence, hold on. If you ever want to know about excellence, there's tons of room in excellence. There's tons of room. Now, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. You can't get extraordinary with ordinary behavior. Like, they don't even match. So when you say that takes up too much time, oh, you want ordinary, I'm sorry. When you say, oh, I'm nervous, that's not who I am, oh, I'm sorry, you want mediocrity. Every day I wake up and my knees are knocking with what's on my calendar. But I want to see the woman I can become. Because the last thing you want to do is get to the end of your life and have something left. Shh, I don't want anything left. I don't want to say I saved it to the end. My knees probably gonna hurt by then. I want to say I played big. I want to say that I was willing to stand out. I was willing to be considered bizarre. I want to say I was willing to do it until I was exhausted. I want to say I was willing to play until I knew nothing else to do. I want to say all you want to do is be proud of the woman that you've chosen to be while you were here. All you want. You don't want to say I have something left. You don't want to say that there's more. You don't want to say that I saved something for the end. You don't want to say that I was afraid I would fail. You're not afraid you would fail. You're afraid that you'll never fly. So I just stopped by. I just stopped by to stir your soul. I stopped by to ask you, are you willing to leave your fingerprint on this planet? Like your life here, you got a dash. And that dash means everything. That dash between your birthday and your transition day, you are the only one in your family lifeline here at this time. Ooh, I'm turning the stakes up now. It's getting hot in here. Don't take off none of your clothes. Are you willing? Are you willing, Otis, with that dash?
Yes.
Are you willing?
Yes.
Are you willing to love the perceivingly unlovable? Forgive the perceivingly unforgivable? Are you willing to stand united even in the face of racial and political climates? You're saying, this is my sister. This is my brother. This is my brother. Are you willing to be the change? To be the very change that you're looking for? You are it. You are the answer. You've always been the answer for what you were looking for. You just needed to come here and be reminded. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Are you willing? Are you willing? I just stopped by. For some of you, you already knew it to be so. For some of you, you knew it. It was stirring in your soul, keeping you up at night. No, by the way, I am not here for you to get a good night's sleep. Yes. I am not here. I'm here to wake up that thing in you where you're like, hold on. I'm supposed to do more. I gotta do more. See, it's something different when you're convicted. It's something different when the conviction says, I can't ever stand in anyone's shadow. I need to be my own me.
Yes, yes.
Yes, something different when you say, I want my dash here to dance. See, in the hospital, the last thing you want is the dash, that line on that machine to go flat. Y'all know about that. You want that dash to dance. Bounce with me. You want that dash to dance. You want that dash. You want that dash. You want that dash to dance. And here's the deal. The dash dances with disruption.
Yes.
The dash dances when you're scared. The dash dances when your heart beats going fast and you don't know if it's going to work. The dash dances when you trust love again after you've been betrayed or hurt. That's when the dash is dancing. The dash doesn't dance when you're safe. The dash is flat when you're safe. It's when you trust yourself and you say, I trust myself to fail. Hello, somebody. Y'all don't know about that. You got to play here, play at LuLaRoe like you're willing to fail and get back up again.
Yes, yes.
Play here. Because you keep holding back. Thank you, sis. You keep holding back. And when you hold back, I want to make sure you got me clear. Lights on me, lights on P. Make sure you got me clear. When you hold back, and just say yes, yes, if this is you, but when you hold back, it's like you're about to jump into a double dutch game, but you never quite jump. You just keep rocking. Like, hold on, I'm gonna get stuff right. Hold on, come on, yes, yes, anybody doing that? Hold on, let me get life right. Hold on, let the kids grow up. Hold on, let me lose some weight. Hold on, let me get more money. Hold on, I wanna stop being shy. Come on, you guys, yes, yes? And then you find yourself rocking and like, oh my God, it's been 5 years. And the world is going, hurry up and jump in. And so I just stopped by. I stopped by to ask you, are you willing to jump? Are you willing to be non-negotiable with your jump? Are you willing to be unapologetic with your jump? Are you willing to jump even if you fail? Like you have an opportunity here. You got a tribe here. The number one thing we want is company. You got a tribe here. The number one thing you want is someone to go there with you. The number one thing you want is to make sure you're going somewhere. I found myself when my son was 2 at a crazy place. And Jelani was just a kid. And I came for somebody with this story. Jelani would break a toy in 14 days. Anybody else have a son particularly that they like hurry up and break the toys? It's like Google download how to break a toy. Jelani would break his toys in 14 days, so I only spent $14 on the toy. That was my justification. 14 days, I'm not spending more than $14. So I'm in KB Toys. Anybody know about KB Toys? I'm in KB Toys, and I'm buying a toy for Jelani, and I'm at the $14 range, and I'm checking the toys. I know in a minute, in 14 days, it's gonna be in the toy cemetery. I'm okay with that. You know, that's that toy box that nothing works in the, and you'd say, baby, just shake it. It's okay. I know it used to make noise. Just act like you hear the noise in your head. And so I'm at KB Toys, and I'm choosing a toy, and Spirit says, God says, whatever your faith is, but God says to me, slide down the aisle. And I slid down the aisle, and it said, Mattel Toys, Tonka Truck, $44.99. I said, oh God, you got me mistaken with somebody else. Here's my area. I picked up the $14 toy, I cashed out, and as I'm crossing the threshold, this was in the Crenshaw Mall in LA, as I'm crossing the threshold, I hear God say, I said. And I don't know if any of you, if you've ever had an argument with God, right? Yes. So I'm like, God, you don't understand, I don't have no money. Like, I make $800 a month. I cannot afford a $44.99 toy. And God said, I said. So reluctantly with an attitude, I walked back in, tossed it. How many of you guys, sometimes you follow your spirit and your intuition with an attitude? Like I know that's not gonna work, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I wanna be obedient. Right? So I return the toy. I go get the $44.99 toy. At this time, me and Jelani are eating beanies and weenies, right? So I'm like, Jelani, we're not even gonna be able to have weenies. There's gonna be beanies and a lot of brown sugar, right? So I go home, and my son would always pick up the toys and drop them. Pick them up and drop them. Pick them up and drop them. That's all he did. That's all he wanted to do, was pick it up and drop it. Pick it up and drop it. Listen very closely, because this story is for somebody. I came for you. He would just pick it up and drop it. Pick it up and drop it. So as soon as I get home, I'm like, he bet not pick that toy up and drop it. $44.99. Give it to him. Hey, baby, mama bought you a new toy. Thank you, mama. Pick it up and drop it. And how many guys here you had the Tonka truck? And the guys had to. So you guys know about this. I didn't know that such a truck existed until I had a son. So I pick up the Tonka truck, he picks it up, he drops it, and the truck goes, not fast at all. Incredibly boring to watch. But it's a boy thing. I get it. They just like it's sturdy, right? So then he picks it up, he drops it again. Picks it up, third day, drops it again. I'm just watching. Waste my money. Kids. 5 days, pick it up, drop it. 10 days, pick it up, drop it. 13 days, pick it up, drop it. On the 14th day. It's gonna break now. Pick it up, drop it. 19 days, pick it up, drop it. 27 days, pick it up, drop it. 35 days, pick it up, drop it. On the 40th day, I picked it up. I said, I know. It just got to be dropped from a higher level to break. How many of you, just by yes, how many of you are so committed that something's not going to work that you're focusing on how it's not going to work? Yes. So now I'm determined to break the truck. Because whatever you say, you want to be right. You don't want to be right, yes? So whatever you're telling yourself, watch out, because you're going to work to make that right. So now it's 60 days, pick it up, drop it. 80 days, pick it up, drop it. 100 days. Every day this kid picks up this toy at least 9 times and drops it. Every day. Now he's taking it to school with him. And I told the teacher when she tried to take it away, I said, what I advise you to do is not try to separate that child from that toy. Because this toy is reliable for. So now it's 150 days. Pick it up, drop it. 190 days. Pick it up, drop it. Now he's found a new way to play. He takes it outside and he throws it down the stairs. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. It gets to the bottom. Like guys know. The guys here, like, they know what's gonna happen. The women, we're the only ones that are amazed. All the guys with Tonka truck, they're like, yep, They got the look like, we already know, it's never going to die. And so my son, it's 220 days, pick it up, drop it. 250 days, pick it up, drop it. He gets tired, and all he keeps doing is, now it's like shaking, like, It's like wounded, but it's still going. It's not broken, it's just wounded, right? Some of us are like that. I ain't broken, I just got a couple of wounds on me, right? Right, yes? I ain't out yet. I'm not out the game yet. And so he gives the toy to my nephew, Jamil, and he gives it to Jamil with complete instructions on how to play with it. So Jamil is 3 years old, and the first thing he does is what? Pick it up and drop it. For the next 110 days, Jamil does the exact same thing every day that Jelani did for over 200 days. Pick it up, drop it. Then he gives it back to Jelani. I'm done with it. It won't break. Jelani's like 6 or so now. Jelani's like, Mom, let's give it to the Goodwill. I said, okay. We take it to Goodwill. He goes, Mom, one last time for good measure. I was like, okay. Right in the door, last time we ever saw this truck, Jelani does what? Picks it up and drops it, and it just shakes its way on into And it makes that sound. What's the sound? So I was surprised, and I say this story for someone in this room. I was surprised that that toy outlasted my son. I was blown away, but Mattel Toys wasn't. See, when Mattel Toys put this toy together, they had the Tonka truck on the assembly line. They said, this Tonka truck is gonna meet Jelani Malik Nichols. And this Tonka truck has to have extra, say extra. It has to have extra durability because Jelani's gonna pick it up and drop it a few times. This truck has to be sturdy, say sturdy. This truck has to be resilient, say resilient. When Mattel Toys had this truck on the assembly line, they built this truck to outlast my child. They weren't surprised, I was surprised. So I stopped by to remind someone in this room that in whatever your faith is, when you were being built, hello, yes, yes. When you were being developed, yes, yes. They said she's gonna go through something. I have to give her some extra resiliency, yes, yes. He's gonna go through something. See, she's gonna be picked up and dropped a few times. So I have to give her an extra sense of forgiveness. He's gonna have challenges in his finances, so I have to give him extra faith and resiliency. She's going to try something that's not gonna quite work. Her kids are not gonna listen all the time. I have to give her extra dose of patience, yes, yes. He's going to try something and be a little afraid, so I have to give him an extra sense of courage, yes, yes. When you were being built and you were being developed, you were built for such a time as this, yes, yes. So when you get through something, you're so surprised. Your creator, your maker is not surprised. Said, why are you surprised? I built you to last. I built you to be picked up and dropped a few times. I built you to tumble, boom, 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 boom. And every time you hit the bottom, you do what? And so I just stopped by. I stopped by to remind you, you've been built to last. I did this same story at a surgeon's convention, all neurosurgeons. And a neurosurgeon said, every day I walk in my office, it's that kind of day. And I ended it with this. I said, every time it gets hard, and I want you to do this in your meetings, I want you to do this with your team. Every time you gotta grind, I want you to say, it's Tonka, Tonka, Tonka time. It's Tonka, Tonka, Tonka time. Come on, y'all. It's Tonka, Tonka. Come on. Come on, y'all. It's Tonka, Tonka. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's Tonka, Tonka. Nice and loud. Turn to your neighbor. Tell them. One more time. So the surgeon that was in the audience, he sent me a picture later. And he had a Tonka truck, a miniature Tonka truck on his desk. And he said, every day I come to work, I walk by my desk and I tap and say, what? So I just stopped by to invite you. I invite you to step into your Tonka time. Whether your Tonka time is in your relationship, fight for it. Whether your Tonka time is for your health, fight for it. Whether your Tonka time is in your personal belief of self, fight for it. Whether your Tonka time is in your finances, fight for it. You've been built to last. Sometimes you question. Sometimes we feel all alone. I stopped by to affirm and confirm you, to stand beside you and with you, to say if a little girl like me from South Central LA, born between the Harlem Crip 30s and the Rolling 60s, having 3 fights a week to get home from school, if a little girl like me who got a C+ in 12 years of school, who found out when I was 25 that I'm functionally dyslexic, that's my superpower. I can explain it to you forward and backwards. Yes. If a little girl like me, who at 19, I questioned if I even wanted to live, If a little girl like me who didn't think beauty came with mocha skin, full lips, round hips, and kinky hair, and therefore I didn't love me, if a little girl like me who was broke and broken in 1994 could turn around and touch the globe because one day I decided to become non-negotiables. One day I decided to fall madly in love with Lisa. One day I said, I don't know if I can, but I want to die trying. I stopped by to find my sister. I stopped by to find my brother in the audience. I stopped by because locked arm in arm, we can move the planet. And what LuLaRoe is giving you is a vehicle, access, community, content, inspiration, team, rewards. What LuLaRoe is giving you is a pathway to possibility, a pathway to prosperity, a pathway to the greatest version of you. And I just stopped by to say, who's ready to take a wild ride? Yes, 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 yes. So I'm going to end you in the best way that I know how. I want to give you back the gift of you. So for those of you who can, would you please stand? And I want you to turn face a partner silently. And if your partner next to you is seated, I want you to sit face them. If they can't stand, sit face them. Shh. Thank you. Your attention up here. And like I said when I first came out, Deanna and I are going to create a space where a few of you, it won't be super huge, so it'll be less than 200 people can come and just have breakthroughs so that you can get out of your own way, so you can access the best version of yourself. Anybody down for that? I don't know the details because we just talked about it behind that curtain. Literally just talked about it behind that curtain. So hand me my phone. I want to. They look beautiful. I want to catch them up here. My grandmother. Every time I tell her I'm going to talk to people, she's like, "It's a lot of people show up, baby." She still don't know that this is a real job. So on the count of three, I'm going to go this way, and I want you just to make a lot of noise for Grandma. Is that okay, you guys? All right, she has a phone. I have to then text my brother and have him go to her house and open up the video. But on the count of three, one, you got to make a lot of noise all the way around. 1, 2, 3. I'm here. So now she knows I have a job, Granny. So now turn to your partner, repeat after me. I stand before you, not by accident, but by design. I believe in you. I came here to show you how beautiful you are, and to remind you that you are enough. You're smart enough. You're brilliant enough. You're young enough. You're wise enough. You're smart enough. You are enough. Everything about you is exactly the way it should be. Your hair, your eyes, your body is perfect. I want to remind you that this is your time. You're ready for this. You deserve happiness, love, prosperity. It's your birthright. You've earned it. You deserve it. I want to remind you that you're perfect for such a time as this. And when you forget it, remember that I stood in front of you. And I said, looking at you, this world needs you to play big. You will inspire those who are watching you. I'm one of them. Celebrate with a hug, high five. I'm Lisa Nichols, and I love you. Thank you so much.